Somebody's poking their heads out. Well, hello everyone. I'm out doing a quick walkthrough of my little flower bed that I made, and to my surprise, I have some things that's starting to show their face. I'm gonna take you down there so you can see. I don't know if I'm getting you right there in it. You know, you never can tell until you watch the video yourself. But so far I see about 3 that's poking their head out, and this is my one little perennial that made it from last year that I had in a container. And once the other ones in this bed poked their head out a little more, so I can see which one caught and which one didn't, I'm going to actually take this one out of the pot and put it in here with the other ones. Hopefully that doesn't disturb them. But right now I'm just around just trying to see which ones are coming up. And so far, I definitely see, I've seen 3, possible 4. The third and fourth ones are like up in the middle. And because I do not want to disturb the soil, I'm not going to step in there. We had a really, really good rain. And I also see, I don't know, can you see those green ones? Those I think mother's tears, something like that. Now I planted them around the border. We're gonna see what they do. But since we're out and about, now this whole thing should be full of perennials of different colors. I don't know which colors they're going to be. The one in that pink thing is purple, so I wouldn't know what the other ones would be until they actually poke their head out more, start blooming a lot more. I'm gonna put my finger right here is one, and right there is another one, and it's one in the middle where those leaves at. I did see one right there, possible 2. So, and I think I planted all together for about 12 to 16 of them. So we're gonna see how that goes. And since we're out, we're gonna go and take a look at the big garden. Somebody's poking their heads out. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I got my porch actually fixed. They actually came out and they fixed my porch. I have my patio table on it. Disregard the leaves. Of course, it's fall. But I can actually sit on my porch now without falling in. So we're going to go around here now to the big garden. Still much got to be done. You guys, in the garden world, no matter what you do, you always have something to be done. And I still have not came and harvest my herbs, which I need to, because next week we're supposed to have a lot of cold. Certain things will be okay, but I do need to cut them back. The greenhouse, I got to get my husband back in there because we do have it do look like an ant bed. and some more weeds are growing. So I do need to do something with it, or take it down. Over here, today, as you guys know, is the day before Thanksgiving. So I demolished, pretty much cut back all my greens, all of them. I'm going to take you in close where you can see I took all my edible greens. And they're actually cooking now. This is spinach that I planted. And those that know, spinach, it just takes a little time to grow. These are my bunching onions, lesbian bunching onions. And my celery, it looks really, really good. I did miss a pot. I forgot to snip some of these off. And these were so overgrown, I snipped them all the way down. And we're just looking. I mean, it's fall. The leaves are just everywhere. That little watermelon, y'all know it's not going to do anything. Here, of course, are my bok choy and some more kale. I am going to probably mess around with that bok choy, maybe within the next 2 weeks. I want to see what I need to do. I will be out here in a little bit harvesting some fennel. I'm going to use that on my turkey and stuff like that. So this is my other greens. They're doing very well. You know, as much as I like the fall, I really personally hate when leaves fall in my stuff. I know they're supposed to be good for it, but I just hate it. In here, you know, I kept saying I didn't know what this was, but it is arugula. I remembered after the fact. The carrots are starting to do very, very well. Now, I do have something in that yellow container. I don't want to say yet what it is because I really want to see what it do. And then if it do anything, then I'll let you know it worked. My leeks and red onions are doing well. The garlic is still struggling. I'm going to say struggling. I guess it takes a long time for it to do whatever. My borage and my moringa is doing pretty good. I need to cut it back. Over here are my sweet peppers, which is my banana peppers. I just harvested the last 2 that was on here. They're not going to probably last too much longer. Like I said, we're getting a cold snap next week, and the trend will... I'm going to see how long it's going to take these little buds here to do whatever they're going to do. My celery, it's looking really, really good. And over here, the greens and the kale are starting to do very well. The cabbage, as you can see in bok choy over there, is doing well. Now, surprisingly, I did harvest from these 2 here, this end right here, all the greens and the kale. It may not look like it, but I did. I harvested, a couple of leaves from each one. And that's just going to promote, growth, more growth. I should have did a few of these here, but maybe next time. Over here, I cut back. And I know you might be saying where. I really cut back these greens. I do have some habaneros over here. I do need to pick the little ones out. I mean, they're not going to probably do too much more because of the weather's changing. I need to research that. If you do know, you can leave that in the comment. Y'all, look at this zinnia. Look. Zinnia's just grown up everywhere. And I didn't plant that, of course. So, I may not have to even plant zinnias next year. My broccoli, let me bring it back in. My broccoli is doing very, very good. And my, this is the cauliflower on this end. As you can see, it's doing good. In the middle right here, this is the all year round cauliflower. So I've never grew that before. So I want to see just how that do this season. And this is the first time in a while that, because I tried last year and I couldn't get my broccoli successfully like I wanted. But I can tell you, it looks very good right now. So, yeah. My kohlrabi, I've never grown kohlrabi before. But this is the blue kohlrabi. That is the white kohlrabi in that bucket. Let's see what else. You know what? Also, this is the pomegranate that Pit Stop Kitchen and Garden gave me. Now, mind you, it is doing good. I almost gave up. I promise you. I said, you know what? This is just not going to do anything. I brought it out here and sat it out here amongst the rest of the stuff. And this is looking really good. Now, maybe pomegranate like the cold. I don't know. Maybe it's cold tolerant. I don't know. But I can tell you, this particular one here is doing very good. Look at those leaves on there. This one have not shown me any life yet. But I'm not going to mess with it because guess what? It may do something. Now, this was that white apple. This was the one that was doing very good. It started out showing out before anything else. But as you can tell, the leaves have fell back. Now, it could be the temperature. This here is the Asian pears. I'm really almost saying that that's done. But just like with the other ones, I'm not going to do anything to it because it's a possibility that it's overwintering itself. You know, I don't know. I've never grew them before, but I never thought that this one here would do what it's doing. And I'm just saying, it looks very nice. So I'm going to pray on it. I'm going to leave it alone. I mean, it's either going to continue to grow throughout the season, through this winter season, or it's not. I will look up and do some research to see what I need to do. This pineapple here is still doing very good. This is the very first one that I did. And I will honestly say I took care of this one. Honestly, it's not that I took care of it. I just immediately planted this one. And these here, they're bouncing back. So I'm going to leave them alone as well. And I'm just going to let this blue poo do whatever it's going to do. That watermelon, I know it's not going to make it, but I'm going to leave it alone until it's time just to take it away. I have some Vienna Karabi over here. And there's something else I did plant in there with it. I have to look at the tag. But these are my peppers. I do have a few more on here that I can pull off. I really honestly haven't decided if I was going to overwinter them or not. I'm not sure. I could. It's just one of those things I don't know. I may do nothing with them. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. But look at this here. Every time I get it halfway decent, bam. This is some more celery. This one was a little slow taking off, I think, than the other ones. And this one here, well, I planted these green ones later. And they're actually catching, I think because the weather is starting to cool off better. This is the one. This is the tender crisp celery. Now, I can honestly tell you, I don't see anything in here. Now, I'm not going to mess with it. Celery is really finicky. So, I'm going to see what happens. As you can see the label, that's when I planted it. And it's nothing. And I planted these, excuse me, the same time I planted the Swiss chard. And these here celeries, as well as the green onions, lesbian green onions. And this celery. So, hey, let's see what happens.